Hello and welcome to the Heliosblog. My name is Helios. Today we're going to talk about how to get laid fast, 3 easy things you can do to get laid tonight. Many men struggle with getting laid. Some men have it so bad they can barely get laid at all, let alone fast. There are some strategies you can use, however, to get yourself laid. These strategies are great and they can really help you. It's all a matter of actually applying them correctly and practicing. You'd be surprised how well and how quickly many of these strategies work. Off we go. Enjoying my content? Check out my blog at heliosblog.com. On YouTube, you can support me by liking and subscribing. I'm also on Spotify if you'd prefer a podcast. If you're interested in my books, The Strategist Guide to Seduction and Quotes to Live By, they're available on Amazon. In addition, you can follow me on Patreon at theheliosblog for exclusive content. On with the show. Part 1. Strategies to use to get laid quickly. So number 1 is look for IOIs. So rather than trying to seduce just anyone, try to seduce a girl that's showing you IOIs. So an IOI is an indicator of interest. Warm approaches are easier than cold ones. So to clarify the terms, cold approach is talking to a girl you've never met before. A warm approach is talking to a girl you've never met before, but she's showing you indicators of interest. Look around the venue you're in for any girl showing you these signs. When you look at her, she starts to play with her hair. When you look at her, she smiles big. Or when you look at her, she quickly darts her look away from you when she notices you looking at her. Approach her from the front and mention something about the venue you're in to start the conversation. Once you're talking to her, here are some IOIs, some indicators of interest. She giggles at everything you say. She touches you. She's constantly playing with her hair. She's crossing and uncrossing her legs. She crosses her legs towards you. All of these are great signs. If you want to get laid immediately, you should talk for about 30 minutes and then you can try and bounce her to your place. Say something plausibly deniable like, I'd like to play some guitar for you. Or, I have an awesome TV at my place, you want to watch something? If she agrees, you're good to go. If she doesn't agree, you could ask for her number and meet up later. Number 2, tease her playfully. During the conversation you're having with the girl you're interested in, you should try and fit in some playful teasing. The stuff that worked in grade 6 or 6th year works great here. You could, in response to something she says, talk about how girls have cooties and so you don't like what she was talking about. You could also call her a weirdo if she talks about something weird. Say this stuff with a smile or a smirk. If she starts to laugh in response to what you're saying, you know you're doing a good job. Basically, you're trying to create the warm feelings of rapport. A girl will only sleep with a guy she's comfortable with. If she's too comfortable, however, you're in for the friend zone. Number 3, when it's clear she's interested, isolate. When you think a girl might be into you, the conversation is going well, she's laughing, giving you indicators of interest, etc., it's time to get one-on-one. Just ask her to do one of these things. Dance with you, go outside for air, come to your place to watch a movie, play music, etc. If she complies, it's a great sign. Ideally, since you're trying to get laid tonight, you could ask her to come to your place. Just make sure you give her some plausibly deniable excuse. If she doesn't agree to those things, you could ask for a number anyway and then leave. The problem is that if she doesn't comply with the things you're asking, it implies she's not interested. The number will likely go nowhere. You're better off pursuing a different girl than going on a wild goose chase. Number 2, things to do to increase your chances of getting laid. So there's several ways to increase your chances of getting laid in one night. Here's a list. Improve your looks. Improve your logistics. Use online dating. And get better at sex. So let's explain a bit about each one. So improving your looks. Women want to sleep with attractive men, especially if you're talking about a one-night stand. This means that you have to maximize your looks, and you can do this by the following. Become more muscular, so you work out at the gym or train a martial art 3 to 4 times per week. Minimum. You have a well-developed sense of style, which means you dress with an athletic look, a preppy look, a hipster look, whatever works for you, and you have to remain congruent to that. Smelling good, so use cologne that works well with your natural odor. And be well groomed, so have hair, including facial hair, that looks good with your face. Improving your looks helps you to get your foot in the door. It makes everything in the seduction process easier. Looking good also makes the people around you respond more favorably. People will literally like you more because of how you look. It's called the halo effect. Number 2, improve your logistics. It's much easier to get laid when you have the logistics handled. Big cities are much easier to get laid in than small towns. If you have an apartment close to the place you're talking to women, it helps a lot as well, for example. Having an apartment close by means you can easily bounce the girl to your place. It's easier if you don't live with your parents and also if you don't have roommates. Logistics are extremely important to getting laid. Think not only about where you're going to meet women, but how easy it is to go from there to your place. Number 3, use online dating. Online dating gives you access to a lot of girls. This is especially true if you have great pictures. See my guide on how to get a friends with benefits off of online dating. It's quite possible to get the first night lay off of online dating. You just have to invite the girl to your place or be invited to hers. Keep in mind that first date lays and one night stands are unlikely to lead to friends with benefits. It's awesome if you like sexual variety though. Obviously, online dating requires a different skill set than regular dating and requires quite a bit of practice. I recommend practicing getting laid both in person and online, though if you're a beginner, it's probably better if you start off with only one. You also have to put in the numbers to succeed online. Don't expect to swipe 3 times and get instantly laid. Number 4, get better at sex. Your goal every time you have sex should be to make your girl orgasm. She'll keep coming back for more if you're the best sex she's ever had. Take all the time you need and make sure she orgasms. Most women orgasm through clitoral stimulation. Use whatever you need to use in order to accomplish this task. Some women like it when you use your tongue. Other women like your fingers. Some will even come by just penetration. It's always fun figuring out which kind of girl you're dealing with, but whatever you do, make sure you discover what makes her orgasm. Women will definitely keep coming back to you if you're giving them the best sex of their lives. Ask me how I know. Conclusion. Getting laid fast is the goal of many seducers. In this article, we talked about what it takes to get laid the first night you go out. So here's a list of helpful things once again. You look for indicators of interest. You tease her playfully. When you're sure she's interested, you isolate. These are all proven strategies that are going to help you to get laid on the first night you do go out. If you want to improve your chances even further, you do these things. You improve your looks, you improve your logistics, use online dating, and you get better at sex. Obviously, maximizing the above is going to make your life way easier. The most important thing, however, is to go out and actually practice. You're never going to have success without work. Good luck.